Welcome, welcome. It's Walter Peters here from the Daily Trader at fxjake.com, and you're here at the next video where we're going to talk about protecting your account. I know that a lot of traders don't think about this because I didn't really think about this for some time, but I found that once I did start thinking about this, my overall profitability went way up, and I couldn't believe it actually, so I'd like to share this with you. Here's the idea. The idea is that many traders, when they're thinking about ways to improve their profitability, what they often do, and I know this because again, I did this, is they look at their things like their win rate. So they say, well, if I increase my win rate, if I can only get a few more winning trades, so let's say I went from 55% win rate to 60% win rate, okay? Or they might get a little bit sophisticated, and we've talked about this in previous videos, but we might use like a trailing exit or something to increase our, increase our average winner. So instead of $100 as an average winner, it goes to 120 or something like that, or 130 or whatever. There's lots of ways of doing that. But let's say that we have, let's say that we have an average winner of $200, an average loser of $200. We have a 55% win rate. We're going to look at 100 trades, and we're going to start with a $10,000 account. So we're essentially risking 2% on each trade because we have $10,000 account and we're risking $200. Now, we have 55% of our trades are winners, 45 of course percent of our trades are losers. Now, what might I do to, instead of focusing on the entry strategy or even the exit strategy, which I obviously recommend, you've seen that in other videos, what if I instead decided to really get aggressive at protecting my account? In other words, I didn't want to see my trades turn into losers, big fat losers. What if I was aggressive at cutting my losers? In other words, let's say that my average losing trade, my stop loss is on average, say 200 pips away, and my target is 200 pips away. So I'm trading for like $1 a pip, right, with one mini lot. Now, on average, I mean, it's going to vary. For the way that I trade, I don't use the same stop on every trade. Some people do that. They always use a 50 pip stop or whatever. But my stops are placed based on where the market tells me to put it, as you've seen from my video updates. So let's say that I instead decide to cut my losses rather quickly, and instead of letting it go all the way all the way to 200 pips to my stop, when a trade goes 150 pips to my stop, I start cutting my losses. So what ends up happening is my average loss goes down. Let's say even on some of them when it goes 130 pips against me, 140 pips, I cut my losses. So I get out of my trades. Now my win rate's going to fall. It's going to drop my win rate a little bit because some of those trades, if I had let them ride out, they would have ended up being winners. But a lot of those trades probably were going to hit my stop anyway. So what I end up doing is I reduce my average loss, and that increases my profitability. So you'll recall that, remember, with a $200 winner and a $200 loser on average, I gained 20% over 100 trades. Starting with $10,000, I gained 20%. I gained $2,000 over 100 trades with my 55% win rate. So now I reduce my average loser to 150 because I cut my trades when they start going against me. And bam, look at that. I've more than doubled my winnings over 100 trades simply because I'm impatient with my losing trades. And that's what I do in real life. I often will not let the trade go all the way to my stop level. Instead, if it goes 75% of the way, which is essentially what I'm saying here with 150, if it goes 75% of the way to my stop, I will generally look, if I'm watching the chart and I see that, I will generally dump it. Sometimes if it goes 70% of the way to my stop, I'll dump it. And when I started doing that, what I noticed is that my consistency went down a little bit, so I had a lower win rate, but the winnings that I made actually went up. So let's say I go down to 52% winner, but I still make more money here. Look at that. I'm still making another 1.2% more on average because I'm willing to protect my account and defend my trading account from losing trades. A lot of traders don't do this. Instead, and I know this because I've done it, They might do things like move their stop further away when a trade goes against them. Obviously, that's not a good thing to do in the long run, because what is it going to do? It's going to drive up my average losing trade, and I don't want that to happen. The last thing I want to do is to see my average losing trade go up to, say, $220, right? With a 52% win rate, that means I'm actually going to lose money over 100 trades. So I hope that gives you something to think about, and until the next video, I wish you very happy trading.